Hey guys, this is Camford15 and I'm back at it with another video for you guys, and this is another Danmachi Season 3 episode review. Jesus, what an emotional episode, man. What an emotional, crazy episode. Definitely a really good episode from Danmachi. I'm still like speechless with how, what's happening now. Two, I don't even know where this is going. So is like Belle gonna like say at the end like, hey, these monsters, they're like good people. They can talk, they're intelligent. I don't know, man. I don't know how this is gonna go. Things are getting freaking hectic. Anyways, we start the episode off with Dick's injured. He's walking, and essentially the Minotaur, yes, are the one of the mascots of this franchise. The Minotaur shows up and just kills him, and good, because he needed to die. Something about him dying and something about the Minotaur doing it felt some sort of way, and I felt good about it. So that's great. Dix is dead. Wonderful. Now we cut back to what's going on. How Belle is obviously like standing in the way of the other adventurers attacking Ween. Now, essentially, he says this. He's like, Ween is my catch. You cannot do this. She's mine. Now, Ween friggin' takes the arrow out of her shoulder. She starts running off. Belle follows her. Now Isis Familia, they're like, okay. I know that's dungeon rules by the fact that we cannot do that. But you know what? Screw it. We're gonna do it, whatever. It's a monsters rampaging in town. So, what they do is, they plan to chase after it, but Gross and the other monsters start to show their face, and then that's when they start to fight, the other monsters and things like that. And the battles were actually pretty freaking good and stuff like that. Now, the interesting point is, their leader of the group says to capture the monsters and catch them alive, because he's intrigued by this and stuff like that. So obviously, you just see the monsters kind of get beaten a little bit, or kind of get handled by, the Familia of Ice, where she resides from. Crap, who is it? Not Hermes. Forgot. Loki, the Loki Familia. That's her Familia. Anyways, Fel sees it, so she ends up making a golem of adamantium, but that eventually fails, and she's like, well, that's great. So my secret plan just failed. And I'm like, wow. So that was some plan or some secret weapon of yours and stuff like that. Now this other guy in the Loki Familia actually captures Ikelos and essentially says like, are you the one that kind of caused this? So I guess Ikelos got captured for his, issues and stuff like that. So yeah, Hermes does save Fels from essentially getting blown up and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, Hermes like, you should go probably assist Belle right now. So that's what she goes to do. Now it cuts over to the Hestia Familia. Now Welf wants to go help Belle with this situation, but Lily's like, no, you can't, because if people find out, what we're doing, then we're screwed. Anyways, the Minotaur finally shows his face, and man, he wrecks the entire place, man. He wrecks the entire place. He beats down the Loki Familia members, the wolf-looking guy and the two sisters. He beats them down like really freaking bad. And then that's when the leader's like, okay, Ice, do your thing, get in there. And Ice, man, how strong is this freaking girl? Because she is strong. The first strike, she takes off this Minotaur's arm off. They also do make a mention too that the Minotaur is smiling. So I'm guessing maybe he's enjoying content, enjoying the battle, and he's having fun. I don't know, I guess maybe that's why. So you obviously have Ice and them going back and forth. Also, before Ice gets involved, he actually pulls out a magic sword and uses it and stuff like that, which literally wrecks like half the buildings that are in the area. So, that was crazy. But the fight between the Minotaur and Ice was insane and stuff like that. So yeah, but when it looked like more people would get involved, the one Hermes Familia person laid like these smoke bombs to get the monsters out of there, so they're disappeared. Anyways, it cuts to, and actually, fun. I forgot to mention, Freya, I believe, makes her first appearance in season 3, in just the far off distance in her little mansion, and she makes a mention of the fact by telling her bodyguard, like, you know about the Minotaur? I feel like we know him from somewhere. And essentially the bodyguard's like, wait a second, that can't be. So it seems like Freya and the bodyguard knows what's up about this Minotaur, and maybe knows what's up about what's really going on, the fact that there's Xenos members and stuff like that. So yeah, but it's always good to see, the snap Freya. I do like to see Freya, even though I don't know what her thing is, what her jig is. But it was okay, nice to see her. And like I said, I believe this is the first time we've seen her in season 3. So okay, they're keeping her obviously in the distance because that's what she always kind of does. Anyways, like it cuts over to Bell, and he's chasing Ween, and obviously if other adventurers get in the way to try to stop Ween, but Bell's like using Firebolt to get them out of the way and stuff like that. So I wonder if some of those adventurers, will say like, yo, this guy was like attacking us while chasing after the monster. What's going on here? Which eventually they drag Ween into this Coliseum where you have these mages, I guess, eventually attack Ween. And when it looks like Bell's about to reach out to her, yeah, that Dix member who almost lost his entire face, he ends up impaling Ween. She's on the brink of death essentially. Her and Bell fall down to like the bottom grounds of the ruins of the Colosseum. What I did find funny is, he's like, oh, I did it! I won! I killed the Beaver, or whatever the Ween's race name. And then Gross comes down and just steps on him and just kills him. And I was like, okay, I'll take it. That was hilarious. I'm sorry, man. That was funny. Anyways, cutting back to what's happening in the underground ruins. Weena is essentially dying, and she goes on to tell Bella like about the dream she saw, but she said that there was nobody there to save her, but there was that one person to save her, which she's talking about, Belle, and she ends off the thing by saying, I love you. And that's when she dies, and I'm like, oh, well, shit, that's very emotional. And I thought they were gonna cut the episode off right there, because I'm like, I knew they might go this route, as bad as it seems. But then Fells comes back and actually revives Ween, and she's back to life again. And yeah, and you get the emotional, scene where Belle freaking, reunites with her, and that was freaking emotional as is. And then you get the end credits scene. And then in the end credits scene, essentially they're all safe. Belle, saved the day for the Xenos members. From what Belle says, like, you saved the Xenos members. Belle does make a mention to say, like, listen, there were past humans in the past that, known about this secret and stuff like that, but you're the only human that actually has stuck a neck out for them or given a damn about the Xenos members compared to other people in the past, which is a pretty interesting statement that, I'm guessing you could say the other people who knew, they're like, oh, that's nice to know and stuff like that, but they probably kept it to themselves and probably didn't care because they don't want to get in trouble. Belle is the only one that wants to go out for his neck, and he makes a mention to fellas like, Dix, he called me a hypocrite and stuff like that. And essentially, Fells is like, well, it's okay. Listen, be the fool. What you're doing is essentially what feels like is essentially the right thing to do, but amongst society, it isn't. So yeah. Then the last credit is there when he runs into Ina, and Ina asked him like, so is it your fault that the destruction, you let these monsters come out, have the destruction, countless people essentially losing their homes and getting hurt too in the process. Was this on you, dude? And Bella's like, yep, that's on me. She slaps him and she says, "I do not believe that." So that's where the episode ends off, and I don't know what's going on. The next episode title is Stigma/Downfall. So I'm guessing this is where some adventurers who saw what Belle did, say, "Hey, this guy is like this dude. I saw this dude protecting one of these ladies, or something like that, or reaching out to it, like a friend." I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. So will Belle be like the guy who's gonna be ostracized amongst the entirety, society of Arario? It's going to be interesting to see where this goes. I don't know where the story's going to go. I'm more intrigued to see where the story goes. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. But it was a good episode. Really good episode. I almost teared up with the whole Ween, Deathman reunion thing. That was pretty heartbreaking. Anyways, I'm out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. So if you like this video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this episode, as well as your thoughts for the potential of what might happen next, again without giving spoilers for what is going to be headed, and stuff like that. Hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Danmachi content, and hit that notification bell icon if you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you get an update to any or those guaranteed updates to your notifications that I uploaded to the channel. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'll see you guys later. Peace.